Dear Diary, when I was young, I discovered a game called Yandere Simulator. It was in early development those days without many features or anything interesting other than its concept. Yandere media was still a niche in the West, so I took to it and waited. As I grew, I came across other peers who held an interest in the game, and as we entered adulthood, we all felt unease. It seemed funny when we were minors how updated builds of the game would specify that all characters were 18, even if otherwise stated. Now it rung alarm bells to see that in a game about murdering teenagers that are often implied to be or explicitly in sexual situations, such as the rival who began to date older men to pay off the debts of her father. The young schoolgirl called My Waifu, with a programmer boyfriend overseas, was almost worthy of a chuckle as a teenager and brought queasiness to my peers and I as adults. Why would a grown man program a game in which snuck panty shots of girls are used as currency? We would end up glaring at this elephant in the room while Occam and his razor sat in the corner beside us. He wanted to add an elimination method to the game where the player would partner up with Yakuza to sell the protagonist's classmates into canonical sexual slavery. He only halted this change in the face of immense backlash. Diary, have you ever been too horrified to speak? Why weren't we warned? Maybe there were those who tried to upon reflection, but their messages were likely drowned out by the sexists who treated YandereDev as a virgin lolcow, and the anti-Semites who would attribute every flaw they saw in him to assume Jewishness, editing his nose to be disproportionately big all the while. What ruin! In avoiding that atrociousness, we were desensitized and exposed to another form of awful entirely, and it wasn't until we were adults and would soon find out that he was a groomer that we would come to understand how predators tell on themselves. It was a lesson that would have been better served to us in our youth.